nobody take a place. Nah, from the bayou to the block, we drop truth, not tea. You ain't gotta pay the vibe, hit that like for free. Every panel on fire, every topic gon' trend. If you ain't a member yet, you still a friend. Amen. Got love for the real, was no time for the mess. We keep it authentic, that's no labels at its best. Welcome to MOCA, no labels. Where the truth ring loud like church bells. Like, comment, subscribe, free 99 if you ride. We don't fake the vibe, we gon' live, we outside. Welcome to MOCA, no labels. Where the truth ring loud like church bells. Like, comment, subscribe, free 99 if you ride. We don't fake the vibe, we gon' live, we outside. It's MOCA and the crew, we the talk of the streets. Bring the real back to YouTube, no scripts, no beats. We laugh, we drag, we educate too. All the bells in the chat know how we do. So tap in, lean back, sip your drink real slow. Let the haters keep watching, we steal the show. From MOCA to NOLA, we hold it down steady. Platinum plus approved, that girl stay ready. Welcome to MOCA, na na bells. Welcome to MOCA, na na bells. Welcome to MOCA, no labels. Where the truth ring loud like church bells. Like, comment, subscribe, free 99 if you ride. We don't fake the vibe, we gon' live, we outside. Welcome to MOCA, no labels. Where the truth ring loud like church bells. Like, comment, subscribe, free 99 if you ride. We don't fake the vibe, we gon' live, we outside. From the panel to the people, it's pure real talk. She ain't following a trend, she lead her own walk. No cameras, my mic check with no lights on blast. But every episode hit like first class. We ain't gossiping, we testifying, keep it bold. Every story got a lesson that need to be told. So hit that bell, join the ride in style. Welcome to MOCA, stick around for a while. Welcome to MOCA, no labels. Where the bells ring, truth in the chat stay lit. Like, comment, subscribe, don't quit. If you can't join the membership, free 99, still with it. Still with it. We outside. We outside.
Hello, 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 everybody. Happy Friday, guys. Happy Friday. We're back. We are back, and I hope you all have had an awesome day. Hope you all have enjoyed your day off, because we all need a break every once in a while. Get on up in here. Get on up in here. Get on up in here. Tonight's no different than any other night. Tonight we're going to talk a little bit about Miss Theresa Martin. The title of tonight's live is The Coded Cries of a Guilty Conscience. Theresa Martin and the truth that she can't hold anymore. Get up on in here, guys. Get on up in here. Fix yourself a drink. Grab your snacks. Straighten up your bonnets, ladies, and kick off them house shoes, because tonight we ain't talking about a case. We're dissecting a conscience. And I hope y'all ate earlier, because Theresa been dropping breadcrumbs all over Facebook. And baby, tonight we eating. We eating, honey child. So get on up in here. Cousins, neighbors, and friends, while y'all settle in, go on and make sure you hit that like button for your girl. It helps push this truth out. Hit that like button. And don't forget those emojis on the side. Welcome to another edition of MOCA and the NOLA Bells, where here everybody's family. Everybody's respected. We do what we do here. All opinions matter. There's no big I's and definitely no little U's, but we're about to get into this. But before I go any further, let me make something very, very clear. Everything said tonight is my opinion only. My commentary only. And my analysis based solely on public posts that public behavior, those public statements and public information. I'm not sitting up here stating what did or did not happen as factual truth. Mm-mm. What I do here, I study patterns. I analyze behaviors, break down language, and call out when a person's spirit start exposing what their mouth won't say. If Theresa or anybody else have a problem with that tonight, they don't need to take it up with MOCA. They need to take it up with their own Facebook posts, their own contradictions in their own actions. This is commentary, baby. This is analysis. This is behavior breakdown. Not allegations, defamation, not conclusions. And if you could handle the truth, clarity, and accountability, you're in the right space. If not, this might be the time for you to dip. Ladies and gentlemen, if you understand the assignment that we're analyzing patterns in behavior, drop some hearts in the chat for your girl. Let MOCA do what MOCA does. Greet each and every one of her people. Because here we are family, and I'm not walking in your house and not speaking. And I hope you don't walk in mine and not speak. My beautiful sister, Dr. J, happy Friday, my love. I see you, boo. Kristen, I see you, sis. Happy Friday to you, my love. April Webster, I see you, beautiful. Happy Friday, baby. My beautiful sister, Deidre. Happy Friday. Mariah, I see you, boo. My sister, Brashina. Welcome, 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 my love. Happy Friday. Love selfishly. I see you. My sister, Sean B. Welcome, says happy Friday to you. Welcome, guys. I hope you guys are ready. Dorothy Ann, I see you, my love. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Trina Ellis, welcome, my love. My girl Essie is up in here. Welcome, beautiful. Welcome, pretty wings. I see you, my love. Welcome, boo, and happy Friday to you. Sunshine, I see you, my sister. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Cool girl sister. Welcome, my love. Welcome. I see all my beautiful people up in here. Look at my sister Antoinette. Happy Friday, my love. I see you. We're going to get into this. Y'all know we're never here for a long time, but we do make the best of the time that we have here. Look at my beautiful sister Platinum and hit the building. Hey, baby, welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Friday to you. Shell, baby, I see you, my love. Welcome, welcome. Kimberly Earls, I see you, my love. Evelyn Gentry, happy Friday. CM, welcome, baby. Happy Friday to you. No nonsense. I see you, my love. Colette, welcome, baby. Welcome. Hey, Linda, welcome, my love. Happy Friday to you. Vanessa, welcome, boo. Natasha, welcome, my love. Annie Fair, good evening, baby. Welcome to the chat. Welcome. It's a beautiful feeling to be able to greet all my people. Miss B, I see you, my love. Welcome, sis. Because we're a family and this is what we do. But tonight, like I said, here we are. Here we are. We have to discuss things that we can't keep ignoring because something is truly wrong. Theresa Martin is spiraling. And it's not a private spiral. It's so public until it makes your stomach churn. But if y'all feel it, where I'm going, when we say we have to understand what's going on with Theresa, remember the emojis, they work. As we settle in here, I want you all to know tonight is not about gossip. It's not about rumors. It's about a pattern. A pattern in Theresa's recent behaviors that's too loud to ignore, y'all. Theresa's been online posting strange spiritual codes. My beautiful sister Raquel is in the building. Welcome, sis. Strange spiritual codes, cryptic messages, angel numbers, emotional rants. Lady Libra, welcome, my love. Theresa's gone as far as posting biblical references and sentences that sound more like confessions than casual thoughts. These posts don't read like she's looking for peace. They read like a leaky ass conscience. I'm talking messages like, I saw how they killed her for saying my name. If any one of you ran across Theresa's Facebook post, and remember seeing her say, I saw how they killed her for saying my name. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, drop some hearts in this chat. Let me know, MOCA, I saw it too. I saw this. Give me some eyes or something. MOCA, I saw it, girl. And then, not only did Theresa say that, thank you all. Thank you all. Not only did Theresa say that, she went on to say, God said, from this day forward, tell the truth. Y'all, this is why we're here. I'm not here to trash Theresa. I'm not here to joke on her, but I'm going to analyze this pattern. The pattern of a woman whose spirit is unraveling in front of the entire internet. And I'm going to start with that one sentence. That one sentence that lifted my wig back a couple of inches. I saw how they killed her for saying my name. Y'all, that's not how a grieving, innocent mother talks. Hey, Lisa Reeves, welcome, my love. Welcome to the chat, baby. That's not how a grieving, innocent mother talks. This is how somebody talks when their conscience is leaking and they don't even realize how loud they sound. So we're going to break it down, right? I saw how. I'm going to take this sentence and dissect it. And hopefully we on the same page. I saw how. This is not Theresa saying, I heard. This is not Theresa saying they told me. This is not her saying, I think. Theresa came out here and she said, I saw how. That's a memory language, y'all. That's inside information language. That's I know what happened language. People who weren't close to the truth don't say, I saw how. They come out here and they say shit like I heard. I was told because they said. But to say, I saw how, that's a slip of the spirit. She said they killed her. She didn't say that she passed. She never said they failed her. She didn't say she didn't make it. When you use the word killed, that's intentional. It's deliberate. It's a word you don't just choose unless that's what you believe happened. No labels, family and friends, all my cousins. If you're feeling this conversation so far, hit that like button for your girl. Share this live because folks need to hear this. That's not a word you just choose. That's not casual language, y'all. That's an inner truth poking the hell out of Theresa. She's trying to come out. Then she said, for saying my name. Now this is where that sentence takes a whole nother turn. Not for being there, not for who she was with, not for what she saw, but she said, they unalive Kanika for saying her name. Theresa, that's not grief, my love. That is guilt soaked in involvement. Because if you believed your child was harmed because of your name, bitch, I gotta scratch my head on that shit. That means, Theresa, your name has been attached to something very, very messy. That also means that your name held weight in very dark places. Theresa, that suggests that your name brought danger and your name had consequences your child didn't deserve. This, ma'am, is not a thought pattern of an innocent, disconnected mother. That is the thought pattern of someone whose spirit believes they were tied to a situation. And if we, beautiful soul, welcome, my love, and if we translate the entire sentence into plain English, y'all with me? Drop some MOCA emblems in the chat. If we translate that entire sentence into plain English, this is what it sounds like to me. I know what happened. I know why it happened. I know who did it. And part of me believed that my child was harmed because of something connected to me. Ain't that grief talk, y'all? That's regret speaking from the basement of Theresa's soul. That's what that was. Now I need to ask you in the chat, what's the first word that came to your mind when you heard that sentence? Just drop me one word. When Theresa said what she said, how did y'all feel about it? Was it guilt? Y'all thought it was guilt? Confession? A truth slip? Or fear? What you thought it was? Because Theresa, I want you all to know that the slips that she's making, these slips are not intentional. They're forced slips. Now, out of that whole sentence, there are two words that stitched on her spirit the worst. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Essie. There are two words that snitched, and I do mean snitched, on her spirit the worst. Thank you all. And those words that snitched on Theresa, those two words were they and my name. Levesque, welcome, my love. Happy Friday to you, baby. You see, those two words, they're not filler words. They're code words. Theresa's been out here talking in code all this time. And those code words, they reveal the psychology behind her guilt. When Theresa comes out here ranting and everything is they. When a mother says they killed her, you have to stop and ask, who the hell is they? Theresa, who the hell is they, ma'am? They're not the internet. No, ma'am. They are not the activists. They aren't the bloggers, and they aren't the kids that was at the party. You do not sign an NDA to protect teenagers and trolls, ma'am. In this kind of context, they, hey, the Betsy, welcome, my love. Happy Friday to you. They usually refer to people with power, people with pull, people with connection. People, Theresa, your ass is fearing. People you definitely don't want to name publicly, and people who could do damage. They is the group that you avoid naming, because naming them opens a door, Theresa, that you'll never be able to close. Let's talk about it. See, when grown folks start saying they, with their eyes shifting and their voice dropping and slobbering on the internet like a rabid dog, they it ain't like they like Thanksgiving. That is they with a capital T. People who she's afraid of. People who she's protected. People who holds weight. And the part that shook me the most, Theresa didn't say she died because she said something. Theresa didn't say she died because she was in the wrong place. Theresa said she died for saying my name. Don't you all know that's a dangerous ass sentence? That's dangerous. Dorothy Ann, thank you very much, my love. She says, love you, Mocha. She knows, and that is pitiful. She knows, Dorothy Ann. A mother who's innocent doesn't bring herself into the center of her child's death. A grieving mother would say, they took my baby. My baby didn't deserve that because she was innocent. But oh no, not Theresa. Theresa brought her ass here, and she turned the spotlight right back on her damn self. And for someone to believe their child was harmed because they said your name. Theresa, my girl. Theresa, my girl. You must have been tied to the wrong people, the wrong secrets, the wrong environment, the wrong dealings, Theresa, the wrong man, or the wrong loyalty. Children don't say your name in dangerous settings, Theresa, unless you had connections they should have never been around. Let's talk about it, Theresa. For the people in the back that don't understand where MOCA is going with this, let me give it to you in plain English. What Theresa really said was this: my daughter knew my secrets. My daughter mentioned my name in front of the wrong people. And my name carries danger that I don't want to talk about. That's guilt, y'all. That's fear. And that's her conscience leaking its ass off. Blessed beyond measures. Welcome, my love. Happy Friday, baby. I want y'all to think deeply here for a second. What kind of life? What kind of secrets? What kind of connections do you have to be mixed up in for your child to be hurt for saying your name? That's not surface level guilt. Kitty, welcome, my love. Happy Friday. That's not surface level guilt, y'all. That's soul level guilt. That's what that is. That's exactly what that is. Welcome everyone that's entered to the chat. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, because over here the porch light stays on. We're family over here. Now somebody may be in the back, in the bushes. Somebody may be somewhere and saying to themselves, oh, MOCA, maybe she was just venting. Maybe it wasn't that deep, MOCA. Maybe she was emotional. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. No, 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 ma'am, no, sir. None of that. This was not a typo. This wasn't a 2 a.m. drunk post. And it wasn't confusion. This shit came from Theresa, a woman who signed away her voice, shut down activists, told people to stand down, accepted hush money, never fought publicly for her goddamn daughter, and now unraveling emotionally, spiritually, mentally in front of the entire damn internet, dropping coded confession crumbs that she hoped people interpret without her having to say the full thing. Theresa ain't as crazy as she looks. Here's the truth that a lot of people really don't understand. When guilt sits too long, it starts eating the person alive. I want you all to understand that. Guilt don't stay quiet. It don't. It don't stay buried. Guilt leaks. You hear me? Guilt leaks. First, it starts leaking through your tone, your captions. Spiritual panic, random outbursts, contradictions, and emotional meltdown. Theresa has done it all. Thank you so very much, Kristen. Guilt always finds a way out, especially in someone who's been pretending to be strong for years. I want you all to understand. Samantha, welcome, my love. Theresa is trying to confess without confessing. Theresa is doing just what guilty people do when they're too scared to tell the whole damn truth. They drop fragments. They drop hints. They speak in riddles. They tell half a story and hope people can put the rest together so they don't have to. Theresa, sit your ass down, ma'am. Have y'all ever dealt with somebody who tells half the damn story because the whole story would expose the hell out of them. Ladies and gentlemen, Nola Bells and Bows, cousins, guests, and friends, drop me a puzzle piece in the chat if you know exactly that type of energy. Oh yeah, Theresa, today is your day, baby. Today is definitely your day. I'm going to grab a few comments before I move right on along. My girl, Sunshine, said that fool spitting and all that. Oh, shit. Girl, let me tell you, when I saw Theresa looking like a raving dog, my spirit would not allow me to watch that. When I tell you those demons were clawing out of Theresa, that was demonic. That was demonic, demonic. Kristen, my love, thank you for the Cash App, baby. Thank you so much. Let me tell you, I had to log off because sometimes we can't attach ourselves to watching certain things. And that was nasty. That was disgusting. Yes, Sean. Yes, sis. That was disgusting and embarrassing. And I could look at that many, many ways. Them demons are beating the hell out of Theresa right now. Not only are those demons tearing her ass up, her daughter is wearing a thin. I couldn't watch it. I could not. And some of this stuff, you know, it's okay to be nosy, y'all, because that's just in our nature. But every nosy ain't a good nosy. I wouldn't want it. Strong Survive, welcome, my love. Happy Friday to you. Theresa's doing too much. And we're going to call out all of her behaviors. My girl Antoinette said Theresa ass is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. That's exactly right, because I want to know who the hell is they? Who is they? Maybe we're going to get to that. We're going to get to her being outside, showing off her BBL. We're going to get to that. One thing I know, exposure is coming. And right now, Theresa has no control over the truth. She's been sitting on this great lie for many, many years. All the people she's hurt, including her own child. And when God says enough is enough, enough is enough. And she can't handle it. PJ, my beautiful sister, welcome, my love. Lisa says, come on, Mocha, put this case to rest. Sounds like God is bringing it to the light. Thank you, sister. You're welcome, Lisa. Lisa, we're in this together, my love. Theresa brought all of this to the internet. And we have to address it. Cool Girl Sister says Theresa's been doing some wrong things out in these streets. It's telling on her. Evelyn Gentry, thank you so much for the super sticker, my love. Platt says, I had to pull over. I felt you good telling on yourself ass bitch. Oh, that's her, Platt. That's her. That's her. But Theresa's going to eventually tell us who is they. She's going to tell us who is they. Hey, Kamara, welcome. Dorothy Ann, thank you for that super chat, boo. That's the nastiest thing I've ever seen. Theresa. Shit. Let me school y'all real quick on how guilty people communicate. Because you see, free people talk straight. Simone, welcome, my love. Free people talk straight. Guilty people talk crooked as hell. Free people is going to say all day long, I'm going to tell you what happened. Here's the truth. This is what I know. That's what free people is going to say. But people like Theresa, y'all don't even know the half. Carla Henry, welcome, my love. One day the truth, this is Theresa speaking. One day the truth go come out. Because God know what really happened. People know what they did to me and my daughter. I'm protected. The angels watching. Bitch, them ain't statements. Those are escape routes you're taking, Theresa. Those are stalling tactics. Those are the words of somebody that wants relief without responsibility. Tanya, welcome, boo. Happy Friday, my love. Theresa, because when you said, I saw how they killed her, bitch, that's too specific to be meaningless to me. Then when you said, for saying my name, Theresa, that shit gave no explanation. But I tell you what, it was a massive implication. Then you said, God said, Theresa, you said God said from this day forward for you to tell the truth. But Theresa, you said all that shit and truth never came, ma'am. This is what we call truth leakage. That's when people like Theresa tries to relive guilt without revealing facts. People, you see, people don't leak truth unless they're carrying truth, right? And we're going to talk about it. I'm going to grab a few comments before I keep talking about it because baby MOCA got some shit to say tonight. Hey, so welcome, my love. But before we go any deeper, this is what MOCA need you all to do. Share out this live because tonight's conversation is very much needed. Tap those emojis to the side. Let YouTube know MOCA's here and she's doing what she do. My girl Antoinette said, just follow the money. Whoever paid her and made her sign that NDA, Antoinette, you're on to something, my love. You're on to something. The Betsy said, just anyone. How long was James Coleman in prison? I don't know who James Coleman is, and I'm being totally honest. I don't know who that is. Blessed Beyond Measure said, what don't come out in the wash always comes out in the rinse. You better know that. You better know that. Sunshine said Theresa done lost the last few marbles she did have out here doing all that diabolical shit. Let me tell you, that ain't normal. That ain't normal. Kitty says, Jedediah went live saying a prayer yesterday, and now she's really catching it. Those demons are on her. I would advise people to no longer comment on her page. Do not transfer. Kitty, say that shit because transfer of energy. Transfer of energy. Baby, that shit is real. When I tell you it's real. See, it ain't all about being nosy. I ain't that nosy. Okay, James Coleman was Theresa Mann. Thank you so very much for that. I'm not that nosy. I don't want to be on Theresa's page to see all of these demons scraping and scratching, trying to get somewhere. I ain't trying to do that. Kitty says she know this shit for a fact because when she was engaging, strange things started. Thank you so very much for sharing out the live, Lavette. Strange things started happening to her. The energy transfer is real. Dorothy Ann said that's guilt. That's why she's going through. But she's going through and I don't feel sorry for her, as you should not. Kitty says Teresa's the kind of evil that makes your stomach hurt bad. Oh, I believe it. People have been hurt real bad because of her. I'm beginning to learn that. I'm beginning to learn that. The more I dig, the more I learn of people that has been hurt and Teresa's name been attached to it. Theresa has a price to pay. But we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. And it would be in Teresa's best interest. And let me tell you, all this embarrassing and disgusting stuff that she's doing, it would be safer for Theresa to confess to what she knows than to continue sitting here protecting somebody. I'd rather walk around here locked up in jail or go to glory and meet my child than to live the rest of my life with demons tearing my ass up because I'm protecting somebody. That's it and that's all. Welcome, Tootie. People don't leak truth unless they're carrying the truth. When the truth becomes too heavy to hold, it leaks out sideways, y'all. And Theresa truth is leaking from every angle. Her shit is leaking through that spiritual panic she's going through right now. Overposted, coded messages, emotional meltdowns, contradictions, slips of the tongue. It's leaking through things she didn't mean to say. This shit ain't random. What that is, that's Teresa's soul trying to confess without paying the price of fully confessing. Who? And I need y'all help on this. Who could Theresa be tied to that made her sign an NDA, shut down activists, and now speaking spiritual riddles years later? I ain't here naming people. I'm not trying to do that. I'm not accusing specific individuals. What I'm doing is breaking down profiles and patterns. The type of people who create this exact kind of guilt bond. Let's talk about the different people that could have Theresa in a chokehold right now. We're going to look at the first profile. We're going to look at the first profile. A man with power, a man with pull, or Theresa having a man in her life with a dangerous past. Let's be honest. When you see a woman shutting people up, telling activists to stand down, choosing silence over justice. She's out here swinging hard, protecting the wrong damn people, signing gag orders and shit, walking around with this level of guilt 9 times out of 10. 9 times out of 10. There's a man somewhere in the shadows. Not always a boyfriend. Sometimes it could be a past situationship. A man she done dealt with money. A man with influence. Somebody she done dealt with in the streets because my girl said she was handling the package. could even be a man with a dangerous reputation. But whomever that man is, it's a man whose name Theresa can't publicly attach herself to. And if her child mentioned her name around the wrong man, that changes the temperature in the room real quick. Dorothy Ann, welcome to the Know the Bells, my love. We're excited to have you here. When a woman protects a man who scares her, or a man who owned a part of her past, or even a man she feels indebted to, her silence becomes her shield. And when that shield cracks, her guilt comes pouring out. Now that was MOCA's take on profile number 1 and the men that could be involved, right? Let's look at profile number 2. Someone that's possibly connected to the environment where everything supposedly went down. Wanda, thank you so very much and welcome to the chat, my love. Let's look at profile number 2, y'all. Someone connected to the environment where everything went down. This includes anyone who had access, had influence, had jobs tied to that building, had pulls inside that establishment, or connections she didn't want exposed. If Theresa had any quiet dealings with someone connected to that hotel, then ladies and gentlemen, that NDA makes perfect sense. That would explain the hush money. That would explain that silence and the sudden, I ain't looking for justice. The way she told people to back off and why her conscience is cracking now, that explains it all. See, the environment always tells on people, right? People forget that when you tied to somebody in a messy environment, your child being in the wrong place with the wrong people can expose all your fucking secrets at once. So we done covered the men. Hey, Lady Lee May, welcome, my love. Thank you, my love. Lisa, welcome to the chat. Welcome everybody that's entering the chat. Happy Friday to each and every one of you. Make sure you hit that like button for your girl. If you're able to share out the live, do that as well, because somebody, even Theresa, needs to hear this. So we done went through the men. We done went through the establishment. Let's talk about profile number 3, loyalty, debt, and fear. Because sometimes it's not about romance or business. Sometimes it's straight up loyalty. Old secrets, family ties, debts, mutual dirt, fear of retaliation. And baby Theresa falls into this category because she's lived that life. This is the if I go down, I'm taking you with me type of shit. And that type of loyalty will make someone sign NDAs. That type of loyalty will make make every activist in the world shut the hell up. They shut their own spirit down. They'll sell their own soul to the devil and protect people that they have no business protecting. See, when somebody could hold leverage, that type of leverage over you, your guilt don't belong to you anymore. Thank you, Sister Rock. Queen of Kings, welcome, my love. Your guilt don't belong to you anymore. Your guilt then become a prisoner and is their fucking weapon. So now you got to bow down, Theresa. You got to take that shit. You got to roll over and lay in the shit that you created and sacrifice your daughter. So when I look at the NDA, I look at the hush money. I look at her telling people to stand down. I look at her refusing to fight for her own damn daughter. I look at Theresa going to get a whole new body, her partying, her refusal to open her mouth and say anything in defense of her daughter. And now this spiritual unraveling this bitch got going on with coded posts and guilt slip sentences. What that looks like to me is a woman. Theresa, I'm talking to you right now, motherfucker. That looks like this bitch is protecting a man emotionally and an entity legally. 2 chains, 2 fears, 1 conscience, cracking the fuck up. Portia, welcome, my love. Happy Friday, baby. Ladies and gentlemen of the chat, if y'all feel what Mocha's putting down right now, drop me some smoke in the chat. Happy Friday, guys. Happy Friday. Now Mocha asks a question. Why is she unraveling now? Why, Theresa? Why? Why all of this? Thank you, Sister Sean. Always on time. Thank you, Lisa. Why all this spiritual code talking? Why all these angel numbers? Why all these middle of the night screaming, hollering, slobbering at the mouth posts? Why all these broken sentences, Theresa? And why do you have all this pressure on your spirit years later? That's what you need to be talking about. But Mocha gonna break it down for those that's in the back. My girl Platt got us smoking. Thank you all so very much. Theresa, number 1, the money ain't money no more, my love. See, when hush money hits the account, guilt goes on a vacation. And that's what happened. That's what happened. That hush money hit Theresa's account. And all the guilt that she had went on vacation. See, Theresa distracted herself with BBLs, surgeries, a new body, new teeth, new titties, new lifestyle, partying. Theresa had attention. Thank you, my beautiful sister, Kristen. She met a match, right? Charlotte's Web, welcome, my beautiful sister. But then the money dries up. Then the money dries up. Theresa can't get high no more. Everything that Theresa thought was new is no longer new. That shit done wore off. So Theresa, here we are. Your truth done been buried. That same truth that you tried burying 8 years ago, that bitch is crawling right back out in your bed. Bitch, you could buy a BBL, but you can't buy no peace. You could buy silence, but you can't buy deliverance, Theresa. When there's normal money to hide behind. Theresa, now you're sitting your dry ass there with choices, secrets, guilt, memories, And that's why your leaky mouth ass is unraveling, Theresa. And Theresa, something else you didn't want us to pick up on. The person that you protected. Let me take a sip before I go a little further, Theresa, because bitch. Theresa, the person that you protected, hey, Erica, very welcome, my love, has stopped protecting you. Let me tell y'all something real fast. See, when the person that you cover for moves on, and that's what's going on in Theresa's case. When the person you shielded is living more comfortable than you, they no longer visit. They no longer fuck with you, Theresa. They ain't checking on you. Right now, they ain't keeping your ass safe. You miserable as fuck. Even Lenora done took Kanika's money and is living her best fucking life. Ain't paying you no mind. Because if Lenora had your best interest at heart, you would not be on social media ranting like you're crazy. Slobbering like a dog. Talking in codes and running those cold ass streets naked as a jaybird. But I'll get to that. See, right now, everybody done left your ass by yourself. And now that guilt that you've been carrying for 8 long years is turning into resentment, Theresa. And resentment is turning into unraveling. Right now, Theresa, I need you to come here and give me an amen, because right now I am reading your story. Theresa, right now, tell the truth and shame the devil, because right now you're realizing I protected your ass. And now I'm paying the price, the emotional price, alone. Bitch. All of that, Theresa. All we want you to do is tell us who you were protecting. Now, Theresa, if you whisper it to me, I ain't telling. See, the mind can't hold this much guilt forever, Theresa. It really can't. A human mind can only hold trauma, guilt, secrets, fear, shame, and lies for so long before the cracks appear. And Theresa, right now, baby girl, you don't have no cracks, bitch. You got a whole ditch. A whole ditch. A baby canal. The cracks ain't cracking with you no more. You can't carry a truth like this about your own damn child for this many years without your spirits bucking the fuck out of you underweight. This shit ain't random. This is psychological collapse, Theresa. Theresa is fighting right now. She don't have an opponent. Theresa is in the ring by herself. She should go down in history for this shit, because Muhammad Ali had an opponent. Mike Tyson had an opponent. Theresa Martin don't have an opponent. Theresa is in the ring with demons. She's fighting her conscience. She's fighting fear, denial, trauma. the memory of her daughter, the memory of her past, her loyalty to a man that don't give a damn about her. She's in a ring with guilt and regret all at the same damn time. That's a goddamn earthquake, Theresa, waiting to break through every wall that she's ever built around Lot. People just don't unravel out of the middle of nowhere. Something done triggered Theresa to come out here now and unravel. There was a trigger. Something triggered that ass. It was either something she saw, something she heard, something she remembered. Somebody stepped in her life and told her some shit. Something she was warned about. Or something somebody knocked on her door and confronted her with. And who knows? When Theresa closed her eyes that night, that bitch dreaming. And Kanika tearing her ass up. And it keeps replaying in her mind. You don't just wake up and post shit like, I saw how they killed her for saying my name. Something pulled that truth up to the surface. You better believe it did. Chat. If you think something triggered Theresa that's allowing her to unravel the way she's spiraling right now, drop some fire in the chat. If you feel that there's more happening behind the scenes than she will ever publicly admit, drop some eyes in this chat. Theresa is a piece of work. A hell of a piece of work. And before I move on, let me grab a few more comments. Blessed Beyond Measure says, be not deceived. God is not mocked, and he's not. Once you sell your soul, you could never get it back, and that's a fact. That's a fact. Sean said, Kanika tap dancing all over that soul, and she is. And she is. Darth Ann said, maybe that's what she wants us to think, but she's overacting if that's the case. See, right now, Theresa's broke. And if Theresa's doing all of that, Theresa's trying to get a check. It ain't working, Theresa, because God ain't going to let you get a check. Hey, Tammy, big baby, welcome, my love. God ain't going to let you get that type of check, Theresa. The Betsy says, Jedediah discussed how Kanika was an organ donor and inquired with Theresa whether she honored her wishes. How she just went along with the Theresa ain't shit. She ain't shit. Theresa ain't owning shit. Kristen said Theresa is so trashy. The way she acts and the way she talks is embarrassing. Wow. Antoinette says they equal them people who paid her and made her sign that NDA. That's who they are, in my opinion. Antoinette, I'm with you, my girl. Lebec, that's just how she acted. Just like a dog full of rabies. But Theresa going, hey, Carla Havens, welcome, baby. Theresa going to jail and she knows it. Lisa Reeves says, what angels did she talk about? Angels of darkness take me to light. Everybody put your seatbelt on because the light is coming to the, you better know it's coming to the truth, baby. We ain't got time for Theresa. So here we go. When Theresa started this shit with angel numbers and God said to tell the truth, now we're going to rock it out on the spiritual side of this unraveling, because this shit that Theresa's posting, y'all better know it's not peace. It ain't healing and it damn sure ain't deliverance. This is a spiritual panic attack. That angel number overload every day, 3-4 times a day, angel numbers. See, because people that's spiritually grounded, they don't post angel numbers like it's a goddamn prescription. But then there's Theresa. Theresa posts them because she feels guilty. She feels exposed, overwhelmed, unsafe, and she know her ass is spiritually cornered. And she's terrified of her own karma. She clinging on to them damn angel numbers like it's a life jacket. See, when guilt becomes unbearable, people run to anything that make them feel protected, forgiven, guided, watched over. See, them angel numbers have become an emotional bond and an emotional band-aid for Theresa, because her ass is spiraling. And she got to stop playing with God. Because Theresa, God ain't told you shit. God said from this day forward, tell the truth. Now this is a red flag of the century. You said he told it to you, Theresa, but where the hell is the truth? Where are the details and the accountability? And if God told it to you, Theresa, you are not obeying his word. You're running from a conviction, Theresa. That's my opinion, boo. Theresa, I believe you heard something. I believe you felt something. And I believe whatever it was, it pricked the hell out of your soul. But fear in you, the fear in you right now, Theresa, is louder than the obedience that you should be seeking. This ain't spiritual empowerment. Your ass is standing on the edge of confession, but you're too goddamn scared to take one more step. The guilt is on overload with Theresa. The truth is pushing out one way or another, and the spirit is very convincing and convicting. But that fear got Theresa in a chokehold. It didn't put a muzzle on her damn mouth. That's why we getting these coded messages, these midnight rants. We getting deleted posts, angel numbers, spiraling out of control, foaming at the mouth, spitting on everybody, running through Detroit, through Chicago naked. That's why we getting all of that. This shit ain't clarity. Theresa is collapsing in real time. In real time. And Chad, if this looks, if everything that I said, if it looks like Theresa's fighting a war with her own spirit, drop me some eyes in the chat, because y'all gotta see that. I see you, Theresa. Theresa, I see you. Now, Theresa, we're going to talk about your naked ass. Give me a second. Let me pull some of these comments. My girl PJ said Theresa needs to go sit her lying ass down somewhere. Oh, and stay down. Stay down. The Betsy said Theresa clarified that her statement about her upcoming was an act of manifesting its realization. I don't believe nothing Theresa says at this point. Theresa got to show me better than she could tell me. Lisa said, this is a spiritual battle right here. MOCA, you know, if you play with the devil, you get burnt. A lot of people don't realize that, Lisa. They don't. Sunshine, my girl, said Theresa is out here dancing and sleeping with all them demons. Past demons come and tear her ass up. Theresa. Kitty said Teresa's like Hillary Clinton. That bitch got bodies to her name. Kitty. And that's, Theresa got old demons rattling her spirit right now. On top of her daughter demons. Theresa done some shit in her life. And then she comes out here and brags about it. Theresa made a post the other day. Theresa was talking about God in one sentence, y'all. And the next breath, Theresa was posting eggplant emojis, saying how she taught her niece to suck dick. But y'all want me to say that Teresa's sick. Theresa needs help. Pray. I ain't praying for a fuck that. What should have been happening? Theresa should have been on bending knees praying and asked God to get all of that pressure off of her so she could get the justice that her daughter deserves. Theresa mental breakdown is shit that Theresa bought on herself. You live dirty. You live dirty. You live crooked. You live unjust. And this is the outcome, Theresa. So what the fuck I look like saying that you need help? Nah. Because what I believe you're doing, Theresa, I believe it's attention seeking. I believe you have nothing left. You don't have shit left going on, bitch. So you're seeking attention. And I got it for you. I got it for you. Right, Levesque said, ain't nothing wrong with identifying demon. God shows me. We identify, discuss, and keep it moving. And that's what you got to do with them. Shit. Platt's crazy. Platt said, Theresa going to hell on Jesus Christ sandals in my Nola voice. Girl, you're a mess. My girl, Chris. Thank you, boo. Let's talk about the naked meltdown. When a spirit just can't carry it anymore. Before we go any further, we got to talk about the nakedness. Theresa in the middle of the street, butt booty, stink ass naked, ranting and spiraling. Showing that badass BBL. Screaming. Screaming. Look how they mess up my body with the BBL, bitch. Come on. Come on. You could do better than that. I know you can. Lisa, thank you so very much, my love. Theresa says those people messed up her body with that BBL. Huh. To me, that was not entertainment. She wasn't chasing no kind of clout. Theresa was seeking attention and breaking down at the same damn time. See, people don't just walk their ass in the street naked on one of the coldest nights there could ever be. Especially when they fine. Especially when there ain't nothing going wrong in their life and everything is okay. See, Teresa's at a point she's unraveling mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. And the first thing to go is a sense of boundaries, and she don't have none. Ain't nobody gonna walk the streets of Chicago like that unless your spirit is overwhelmed and your mind is drowning. Guilt, fear, and trauma, along with a lot of regret. That shit is busting through Teresa's pores right now. You thought you were strong. You thought you was doing it, Theresa. You thought that little 3.7 was going to put a shield around you. Bitch, now you broke. No money, no man. Even your daughter walked away from you because she ain't shit either. And she's a whole live stream by herself. Because I don't give a damn. At the end of the day, that's still my mama. Regardless of how I may feel about her. See, she knew Theresa wasn't shit long time ago, right? Because how the fuck she inserted herself to get a piece of the pie at Kanika's expense? She got her hand greased with a little money. And she said, fuck the rest. If I see my mama spiraling out of control, my beautiful sister D, welcome, my love. If I see my mama spiraling out of control, I wouldn't give a damn what the internet, the net, the gold net, I don't give a damn what none of y'all say. I'm going to rescue my mama. But she watching her mama spiral. So Lenore, we got a day for you. And it's coming real soon, bitch, because you ain't no better than Theresa. So when Theresa's out there saying, look what they did to my body, let's break this shit down. Thank you so very much, PJ. Thank you, my love. Let's break this down. Theresa didn't say, look what I did. Look what I chose. Nah, that bitch said, look what they did to my body. That ain't about no goddamn BBL. I want y'all to understand that. What Theresa said ain't had shit to do with a BBL. That was projection. That was displacement. And that was her spirit fighting the piss out of her. Her spirit was saying, they did something to me. That's what her spirit was saying. Her spirit was saying, they did something to me. But you know what her heart was saying? I did something to my daughter that I can't undo. That's what happened. See, when the body carries what the mouth won't say, the body never lies. I don't give a damn. And prime example, we could walk around here all day saying that we're fine, we're not tired, we're not hungry. We could say that with our mouths. But when your body tired, that bitch go shut down. And when you're hungry, your stomach is going to make noises that you've never heard before in life. You better believe that. So the body don't lie. See, when somebody's spirit is overloaded with guilt, like Theresa, the mouth starts stuttering, y'all. And we know that to be true because the night Theresa slobbered and spat on everybody, she was stuttering her ass off. Theresa started posting in codes, talking in codes. You look at Theresa's eyes, they look empty as hell. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, my beautiful sister, Kristen. Theresa's eyes, they sit in the back of her head. And bitches dark, dark, dark. Her voice was shaky. Her behavior was so erratic. Theresa was out here with no goddamn boundaries. Theresa didn't mind taking her clothes off. Spicy, welcome, my love. It is so good seeing you here. She didn't mind taking them clothes off. The truth started slipping out. That naked meltdown that Theresa had, that was a spirit trying to confess something that her mouth still refuses to admit. When Theresa screamed, "They messed up my body," what Theresa really meant was they done messed up my life, they done fucked up my mind, they done stole my peace. She meant my spirit ain't right. Theresa meant they took my child. And I'm carrying a guilt that I can't outrun no matter how hard I try. See, Theresa wasn't just exposed physically that night. She was exposed spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and energetically, because when Theresa was on them streets, that bitch was out there tired as fuck, cold as fuck. And being out there in the middle of all that cold ass weather, naked, that was the final stage of a spiritual collapse. No boundaries, no shame, no control, no fear. Kristen's crazy as hell. Theresa should have used some of that money for a breast lift. Oh shit. Theresa don't know the difference between public and private. And she can't even pretend anymore. Every lie she tried to uphold exploded in that moment. Her spirit took over that body because her mind couldn't hold the weight anymore. So right now, Theresa's spirit ain't resting. And y'all saw Theresa in them streets in that cold ass night. Did that look like grief to y'all? Or did it look like guilt that finally snapped? My beautiful sister D, thank you so very much for the super sticker, mama. And I hope Auntie is resting well. It's still early, so she should be resting. Y'all, I'm so behind on these comments, but I'm gonna get y'all. I promise you I will. Now, let's talk about the psychological, spiritual, and emotional collapse that people like Theresa goes through, right? Not goes through because she's going through it. Especially when they're carrying a secret so heavy and been carrying it for so long that their spirit, their mind, and their body start breaking in stages. Theresa is no longer in stage 1. Not even stage 3. Right now, Theresa's at the edge of the cliff. Edge of the cliff. The quiet beginning was Theresa knew her ass was tired. Y'all don't know what I deal with, she says. One day the truth go come out. Theresa should have redirected her shit then because her conscience was knocking softly at that time. It was knocking, persistent. She was getting uncomfortable. And at that point, that's when Theresa started running to those Bible scriptures. Angel numbers, pray for me. God knows my heart. The enemy over here attacking me. Man, Theresa, cut that shit out. That was not enlightenment. Your ass was panicking. And then you tried to use faith to shield your shit. Theresa right now don't feel safe, y'all. Spiritually nor emotionally. See, if somebody's truly aligned spiritually, their spirit is supposed to get quiet. When somebody's drowning in guilt, their spirit posts, their spiritual posts get loud. It becomes, I'm chosen, I'm protected, God said. That's what Theresa was doing. Contradicting herself all the way around. And then it got to the point she couldn't hold it anymore. And truth started leaking out. And this is where pieces start slipping. Theresa, one of the biggest things and the worst things you could have done. Come out here and say, I saw how they killed her for saying my name. They know what they did. God told me to tell the truth. I'm protected. I'm attacked. This is the truth trying to break loose, Theresa. But fear is holding that goddamn door shut. Then the meltdown. You've been melting down. Your spirit right now is tearing your ass open. Hey, Rosalind, welcome, boo. And right now, Theresa is so close to confessing. She's at the pre-confession edge. That's where she's standing right now. One day y'all gonna know. Because I know what really happened. They killed her for saying my name. Bitch, you at the edge, but you refuse to cross it. Why, Theresa? Why? Exactly, Rod. Guilty. That guilt is heavy on her ass. But the consequences to Theresa looks heavier, and she's afraid. And right now, fear and truth is in a wrestling ring. Theresa want relief, y'all. She want relief. Her spirit wants out. Her conscience want to rest. Theresa tired. Her conscience wants to rest. That bitch ain't sleeping good at night. But fear. Let me tell y'all what fear is telling Theresa right now. But fear is saying to Theresa, bitch, if you speak, you're going to lose your image. You're going to lose whatever little protection you got left. Whatever relationships you got out there, you're going to lose them. Your secrets, I'm telling them. Fear came, trap money on her because she broke. Theresa, if you open your mouth, your whole identity is going to be trash. So right now, Theresa's still hanging on a cliff. Too guilty to stay solid and too scared to tell a goddamn truth. Damn, Theresa. Who in their right mind puts themselves in such a place? Theresa, I'm sorry to tell you, boo. I don't feel bad for you because the situation you in right now, that ain't grief, bitch. That's regret. That's regret. And for everything tonight that we talked about, we're going to bring this entire breakdown full circle. We're going to gather all the breadcrumbs she dropped, every coded message, every meltdown, every contradiction, her spiritual panic posts, her guilt slips, and we're going to put it in one clear picture, because this is who we are. That one sentence, Theresa, that's been rattling my brain. I saw how they killed her for saying my name. From that one sentence alone, Theresa, we get inside information wording, guilt projection, a dangerous reference to your name, bitch, that sticks out like a sore thumb. And it's a self-incriminating belief that Kanika died because of something connected to you. The NDA and the solacing. Theresa, we got the NDA, the hush money. You with the muzzle on your damn mouth. Theresa, those ain't the patterns of a mother fighting for justice. Those are the patterns of somebody protecting themselves and somebody else. Then you run in the streets naked. Theresa, you got to know people only expose themselves like that when the inside is louder than the outside and it's kicking and screaming and crying to come the hell out. Theresa, let MOCA tell the world what we really have here. We got a woman that carries unresolved guilt. Theresa, your ass speaking in riddles because the truth scares the fuck out of you. You post those angel numbers because the fear is tearing your ass up and you thinking you could be saved by posting angel numbers. You mention my name because you hiding something that you're tied to. You can't sleep peacefully, Theresa, because your spirit won't let you move. You're afraid of the truth. And you're unraveling right now because the weight is no longer tolerable, because you're left alone, because whoever the fuck it is that you're protecting and walk clean away from you, you are no longer useful. Hey, Nikki, welcome, my love. Happy Friday. That's not grief, Theresa. That's not mourning, Theresa. That's not random mental chaos. This shit is a guilty conscience trying to confess. We've had this conversation tonight. And if anything clicked tonight, y'all, whether it was new, something deeper, or something that suddenly made sense, drop a light bulb in the chat for your girl. Or just type, I hear the codes in the comments. Those of you that's just joining the chat, hit that like button for your girl so YouTube knows that this conversation matters. Share out the live. Somebody needs to hear this. And hopefully, prayerfully, it reaches Theresa. Thank you all. Thank you, Kristen. And as we close tonight, I'm going to grab the comments in a second. But as I close, I want to make one thing very clear. I wasn't out here to drag Theresa. What I did tonight was something most people don't have the courage to do. I listened to the spirit behind our goddamn behavior. I paid attention to the patterns, the contradictions, the leakage and the unraveling. I paid attention to the words she didn't mean to tell. Paid attention to the meltdown that her guilt couldn't hide no more. And the messages that she hoped nobody would decode. You see, a mother who's truly innocent, she might be broken. She might be mourning and she might be grieving hard. But at the end of the day, innocence knows how to rest. Hey, Sister Top, welcome, boo. Innocence can go to bed at night. Innocence can rest. Guilt cannot. Guilt talks. Guilt chatters all night long and keep your ass up. Guilt leaks. It cracks the mask. It spirals. It runs through the street naked. Guilt projects when the story is too heavy to speak. And this is why I come out here and do what I do. Because somebody has to analyze the behavior that everybody else overlooks. Somebody has to call out the contradictions. Somebody got to sit at the damn intersection of psychology, spirituality, and truth and speak plainly about what the Spirit is showing. Over here, we're going to speak for the silence. Over here, we will break down the patterns. We're going to expose the contradictions. And we will always advocate for the child, always. I don't give a goddamn about Theresa. I give a damn about Kanika, though. We will never sacrifice truth over here to make nobody comfortable. That's not who I am. Over here, it's never been about views, never been about clout, never been about being loud. It's always been about purpose, truth, accountability, advocacy, spirit, and justice. And tonight we follow the Spirit straight through the cracks of a guilty conscience. That's it, and that's all. Sean says, it tells you what our morals are. A female, her age, having her body done, and always mentioning somebody else's body, she's very envious of the wrong shit. And that's a fact. That's a fact. She's in a space right now that she's fighting to get out of. Sunshine, you got a good stomach, baby, and a good heart. Sunshine said shit. Sunshine, you're better than me, sis. And when I say you're better than me, you're better than me. Sunshine. I'm laughing on the inside because you're crazy. Sunshine said that first spit was so hard, I had to jump. Sunshine. Me? I didn't stay long enough. When I saw the first inkling of that nasty shit, it was time to go. Sister. No way, no how. Kitty said that shit was disgusting, and it was. Oh, Lord, my girl D said, Auntie is somebody else tonight, but she just went to sleep. That's why I'm so late. I'm so glad D, God is going to bless you for what you do with Auntie. And let Auntie be whoever the hell she want to be. Top said, where was this at, Top? You got to go on her Facebook page, baby. Theresa over there slobbering and spitting and foaming at the mouth like a rabid dog. One night she's spitting and slobbering, and that's the nastiest shit ever. She did that one day, and the next day she running the streets of Chicago naked as a jaybird, being mad at the world because her BBL wasn't done right. Theresa needs to go sit her ass down. Kristen says, when watching Theresa rant, I have to stand 3 feet back. I don't want her spit coming out the screen. Oh, another one watched that shit. Yuck. Her spirit is very, very much vexed, Lady LeMay. Very vexed. Very vexed. Theresa can't eat, can't sleep, none of that. Or she needs more than a straitjacket. PJ said, Theresa won't, for real. But God, to God, God said, thou shalt not. And that's what he said. Thou shalt not kill. But Theresa knows the real. And that's why Theresa is spiraling. Hey, see, Tracy, teacher said, sis made me come out the bushes. New subscriber. Thank you, my love. Welcome, baby. Welcome to the Nola Bells. We're glad to have you here. Theresa ain't shit. And I mean, you're welcome, sunshine. Theresa ain't shit. And we're going to talk about just how much she ain't shit. Look at AB Original. Man, welcome, my love. And you know, it's sad that Theresa ain't shit. Where's Theresa family members at a time like this? Where are her family members? Her daughter got some money. Her son got some money. All off of Kanika's name. But they got this Mardi Gras on Facebook, being the monkey that she looked like, because she too black for them white ass teeth. She had money and didn't know how to spin that bitch. You just let it, the teeth look plastic so it matches the BBL. Damn it. You just had money throwing it the fuck away, Theresa. So now you're sitting there still in the hood, spiraling out of control. Spiraling. And not one family member is coming to save your ass. So Theresa, for all the people that you've wronged in your life, I have to ask the question, were family members included in the number of people that you wronged? Because I can't understand, I can't see for the love of God. Family members that care for one another, watching you spiral each and every day, 3-4 times a day, and nobody comes to your damn rescue. Theresa, something is wrong, baby. Something is wrong. But it's okay. Because whatever you got going on, baby, the weary don't rest. And until you confess what you know, your life will forever be in turmoil. See, I'm a different breed from you, Theresa. Because me, they could put me in jail. Because I'm telling, fuck that NDA. I'm telling on you, 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 and you. Fuck a freedom. I'm telling. And if you tell it the right way, you won't be going to jail, bitch, if you got proof. Fuck that NDA. Who is that you're supposed to be scared of? Somebody you're afraid of that's keeping you from talking. Hey, Shania, welcome, boo. That's Shinga eyes. Welcome, my love. Welcome to the Nova Bells. Welcome, welcome. My girl, Tony, welcome, love. Happy Friday to you. PJ, that's a good question. But PJ, this brother, right? To my understanding, this brother, he was deeply invested. He wanted the truth too about Kanika. He said he worked overtime. And it was just strange. What gets me is it's really strange how all of these people are coming up missing, unalived, and Theresa's name is attached. Listen, Theresa can't sleep, and she know why she can't sleep. The sacrifices that you're making, Theresa, Kristen, I believe that the money is gone, and nobody wants to be bothered with Theresa. Nobody, not even a damn self, not a damn self. Kitty, I believe that. I through my observations, Kitty, it was said time and time again. But you know me, I got to get down to the nitty gritty. Theresa, you have a track record of sacrificing everybody but your damn self. Kanika paid a price for something she knew nothing about. And that's why I believe you, Theresa. Theresa, one thing I want you to know, baby, I believe you when you said they killed her because she spoke my name. Theresa, that wasn't for Kanika. That was for you, baby. That was for you. So all I want to know is what you got going on in these streets. Hey, Leisure Lady, welcome, baby. Happy Friday. What is it that you got going on in these streets, Theresa? And clearly you've been doing this for years, many, many years. And your past is beginning to haunt you. It is truly haunting you. Guys, can you hit the emojis to the right? I would pretty much appreciate that. Kitty said, anybody that talk is sacrifice. Carly Henry says, a lot of her family members are gone because of her. Wow. Wow. Spicy says, Oh, yeah, Spicy, baby, you're going to have to catch that replay. Because, baby, that's where we at. That's where we at. Shingy Eyes, thank you, my love. You're telling her exactly what she needs to hear. She's not listening. Because somebody should have grabbed Theresa by the throat long time ago. Because we wouldn't be having this conversation at this very moment. Kitty said Theresa got a lot of blood on her hands. That explains why Theresa is out here the way she's out here. Platt says she probably robbed somebody pack and they probably didn't play. No matter how much it was, she sacrificed her daughter, paid them, hello, paid them still, and now she's broke and don't know what to do because she's guilty. It's eating her ass up. It's eating her up. It's a shame. It is a damn shame. As a mother, you don't have a conscience. You have no empathy. You done laid your ass up here, birthed a child, brought it into this world. You gonna do some shit like this? So, Theresa, and everything that I've uncovered, baby, it showed very clearly that you ain't shit, Lenora ain't shit, because everything you said and done, the way you moved, and every entanglement you got yourself in, Lenora was right there with you. So you and Lenora, allegedly, got poor Kanika in a situation that she's in. I appreciate you guys that's interacting with the emojis to the right. I'm looking at them hearts hearting, baby. Keep them coming. Y'all got this baby in the situation she's in. And it started with the gang affiliation. Lenora had a gang banger. She set Kanika up with a gang banger from the ops. And as a mother, Theresa didn't have time to monitor the way these girls were moving in her home. Because Theresa said it herself, and I quote, "Now don't come for me, because I'm only repeating what the hell she said in her Facebook rants." Theresa said she was in the streets. Theresa said she sold goods. She moved merchandise. She know how to maneuver the streets when it comes to dealing with illegal activities. Those were Theresa's words, not mine. And while she said all of that, in the same breath, Theresa went on and said, "This is my niece." Put a picture of her niece up there. Theresa said, then she threw a eggplant emoji up there. Theresa said, she sucks dick real good. I taught her. What grieving mama says shit like that? What grieving mother holds them type of conversations and wants somebody to take her seriously? And y'all want me to be out here saying that Theresa is spiraling? Hell no, she's not. Theresa's looking for a way out. Vanessa, you understand? Vanessa said going to hell with gasoline draws on. Ain't no decent mama would say no shit like that. But want us. Want us to believe that she's going through something. Nah, boo, you ain't going through nothing but guilt. Guilt. I'm embarrassed for you as a woman. And if your family ain't fucking with you, Theresa, I can understand why. It makes me question what that home life was like. The way you out here ranting and raving on Facebook, it makes me question the home life. Makes me question what Kanika had to go through in that home with you. Kitty says Kanika was different. She was a beautiful soul, and those two demons were jealous. I could believe that. From looking at the pictures of Kanika and the videos that she was in, everybody that she was around, that baby seemed uncomfortable. She seemed out of place. And it seemed like she was forced in every situation she was in. Carla Henry said, Teresa's a madam. Eastern Star. But I heard they kicked her out. I don't know. I'm pretty sure if she was a madam, she would have admitted that one. Nothing but guilt, PJ. Nothing but guilt, and it's tearing her ass open. Carla Henry says before Kanika died, she wasn't living with her mom. Carla Henry, I don't know that to be factual, and I'm not going to repeat that here because in the police reports, and that's what I base everything I got on, right? In those reports, it said Kanika left at 11 p.m. going to this party. She left from her home at 11 p.m. going to this party. And Kanika went to this party and she used Theresa's car. So if she was not living with Theresa, how could Theresa's home and Theresa's car be tied into that? So we have to be careful how we put things out here that don't align and don't make sense, because where else could 19-year-old Kanika be living? And I don't doubt that the police might be involved, but I can't discredit what was put out there in a legal aspect unless there's something out there to debunk it. And who could tell us that Kanika wasn't living with Theresa other than Theresa? I'm not going that route. Not me. Not me. No. Y'all go hoorah, ha ha, clap, high five, shit everywhere else. Yeah, but not MOCA. I go on what's in black and white, and then sometimes if black and white don't make sense, I'll challenge the piss out of it. But it gotta make sense. And to me, her leaving home at 11 p.m., using Theresa's car to go to that party, it says to me she lived there. Leisure Lady says she may as well go to Kennington Avenue and repent. She may as well. She was almost there. She was almost there. Look, AB Original Man. I want to know too. I ain't gonna stop till I figure it out. I want to know about her background. It don't seem like it was stable at all. It couldn't have been. It couldn't have been, because a person with a little dignity and a little class would never Would never. Thank you, PJ. Thank you. So, guys, this is we're gonna just keep moseying right on along because, like I said, Theresa gives us a reason to come back. And before I close out, I'm gonna say I love each and every one of y'all. Thank y'all for rocking with me tonight. Thank you for your energy, your insight, your hearts, and your honesty, because I can't do this alone. Without y'all, that would be no me, and I acknowledge that. But I want you all to take care of your mind. Take care of your spirits. Take care of your peace. And especially your babies. As always, this is MOCA Unfiltered. And over here, it's always purpose over popularity. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe. If you felt the message tonight, subscribe to the channel. Give a thumbs up. Y'all keep this channel going. Don't forget to tap those emojis. They mean something. It may be a little work for you to tap those emojis, but y'all got to know, to MOCA, they mean everything. To YouTube, they mean everything. And if what I do means anything to you, you can make that little sacrifice and engage with the emojis, because it's not easy to research. It's not easy to come out here and do what I do each and every time. It's not. I appreciate each and every one of you that poured into the channel tonight, that supported my mission through Cash App, Super Chat, Super Stickers. Just your presence alone, hitting that thumbs up is support. Replay gang, I see you, I love you. Leave a comment in the chat. Let me know that, hey, I got you, MOCA. I done caught this replay. Leave your thoughts on the replay. Let me know what you feel. On this note, I'm going to say good night. I'm going to say God bless you all. And until next time, make sure you keep your notifications on, because I'm going live. Not sure when, but you'll be notified. I'm going to say God bless. I'm going to say good night. I'm going to say I love you all. And remember, we're family here. Welcome to each and every one that subscribed to the channel tonight. And if you're in the clouds and you're thinking about subscribing, don't hesitate. Join the family, because that's who we are over here. We keep everything cute. We keep everything respectful. We love on one another. Good night. God bless you all.
We stand tall, we rise as one. No lapels, the work ain't done. No. Motivated from the heart, never run. Truth and caring, everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a call. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This is family. This is family. of truth and a chat full of cheer. Mocha in the seat, steady steering the ship. Every topic got depth, every comment got grip. We don't tear folks down, we just build them up. If you're moving off love, then you one of us. Know the pride in the room and the vibe so loud. Every bell in the check gon' rep that crowd. We stand tall, we rise as one. Know the bells, the work ain't done. Mocha leading from the heart, never run. Truth and care in everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a talk. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This is family. This is family. This is family. And we stand tall. Down in the NOLA where the soul don't break. Mocha built the lane where the real ones stay. Ain't no faking the funk, ain't no playing for clout. You bring that mess, we gon' sort that out. But this ain't about drama, it's about love, it's about healing, it's about trust. Every child, every voice, every name in the breeze. We gon' stand for the ones no one else gon' see. So we stand tall, we rise as one. Oh no, no bellows, the work ain't done. Mocha leading from the heart, never run. Truth and care in everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a call. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This is family. This is family. This is family. And we stand tall. One mic, one tribe, one mission in mind. We protect what's right and we hold that line. It's the chat where the truth and the love collide. Where the voices don't hide and the pain gets light. We see you, we feel you, we fight for the cause. Every kid, every tear, we break down walls. When you hear that bell, that's the call to act. We family now, and that's just facts. We stand tall, we rise as one. Know the bells, the work ain't done. Mocha leading from the heart, never run. Truth and care in everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a call. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This is family. This one's for every voice we fight for and every child who needs to be heard. We see you, we feel you. We stand with the truth. This is the NOLA bells. Leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe. Stand tall and join the family.
Good night, everyone. God bless.